Throw your motherfucking hands. Get 'em high.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the 1 a.m. podcast. I'm Rashad Milligan, joined here today by my co-host Jelani. Jelani, how are you feeling tonight, sir?
It's a beautiful Friday night, to break the fourth wall a little bit. I know we're not supposed to tell y'all like what day we record on, so y'all supposed to feel like like y'all listening to it whatever day that we put it out, or we put it out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's cool. We having a good time. It's gonna be like we want to shout out to our guy Mo, our third member of the team. He's on a well-deserved vacation right now. He's somewhere, sailing on a Caribbean island, doing his thing, surfing in the water, living his life. So shout out to our guy Mo.
He's out in the Bibelots, rocking back and forth on some Aaliyah. You know what I mean? So
you feel me? He's in.
Mo.
Yeah, he's out. No, I was gonna say he's in. You know how like Drake be dissing like the Sheraton and like regular people hotels.
Yeah,
he's in one of those hotels that Drake stays in.
I'm at the W, but I can't meet you in the lobby. Y'all like gotta watch
my back. So I'm not just anybody. Listen, are we in the words of Ray J? Are we live? Are we on your?
We are live. We live, baby.
On your channel right now.
We live, yeah. One person was on earlier, and when we first started for the first minute, and then they dropped off. So, but the numbers don't be accurate on here because sometimes I'll be streaming by myself. It'll be like 0, and then someone just pop in the chat, and I'll be like, it's saying 0 people are watching, and someone will be actively in the chat. So another thing. But yeah. Shouts out to who's watching right now. I wanted to start off with this, man. As you mentioned, our boy Mo Knowles is on his vacation right now, and it's because it's his birthday. Salute to RB Mo, man. His big birthday tonight and stuff like that. So I'm bringing this up to ask you, Jelani, as I'm going to scroll through these, right? So here's a Twitter picture, right? It took me a little while, like, to go through to, like, find some pictures to post. Here's a Southern picture, okay. Got a shout out to the college days. Kyle Korver at the game. This is Mike. Shout out Mike Noel in the building. Cut off in the picture. Oh, throwback right here, man. You know what I'm saying? The youth boys, you know what I'm saying? Get money boys for real on a college tour. And then you have Morehouse Acceptance Day when we both were Morehouse men for just a day. And then, college tour once again, North Carolina. Then wrap it back up to the home, the premises.
Some real
6-man section. You know what I mean? It was an era. If you knew, you know. If you know, you know era. You know what I'm saying? Jelani know about everything like that. So with that, man, opening it up, what was like your favorite memory moment with Mo growing up, man?
Oh man. I would say it's a few. I remember us going to a talent show. That's probably like the first time I remember hanging out, like outside of school. I think I went to a talent show, and he was there. This was like 2012, maybe, I want to say, like the talent show. I remember we went to the talent show one year, and that was like when Emmanuel Hudson came to the high school or whatever. Yeah, I remember that one. Like that's kind of the first time I remember hanging out with him outside of school. But that, and then I remember, I think we started hanging out more so like after we graduated high school. Like, because I dropped out of college after 1 year, and when I came back to where I live, he was here, and then he lived like around the corner from where I stayed. So like we started hanging out more. See, like y'all got like more of, because like what you first met Mo like 5th grade, you said?
Yeah, 6th grade. It's my first time seeing this video.
What is this?
This is Emmanuel Hudson at the Marietta Talent Show, high school talent show.
Oh yeah. That was like the first time.
That's DJ. I'm trying to remember. First time I'm seeing this, because the video that I've seen always was the video that Emmanuel and his brother posted on their YouTube, which is a professional camera. You know what I'm saying, coming out from their perspective. I never seen just a cell phone 2000. What year is this? Look at this username, by the way. a cell phone 2012 quality type video perspective posted of it. So this is like new to me.
By the way, I'm about to like literally wish Mo happy birthday now because I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all know I got love for both of y'all. We have all forgotten each other's birthdays at certain points. I knew it was in April. I just didn't know what the day was.
Yeah. Like I know your birthday in November, but I always forget the day. And I remember one time when ironically we were recording 1 a.m. and you said, "Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's my birthday, bro. I ain't trying to." We was like, "Oh, our bad. Happy birthday, bro."
Yeah, I'm about to tell him right now in the group chat. My bad.
Yeah. No, for sure. We gonna play this She Ratchet in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? Bro, listen to this audio quality, bro. 2012, and this was normal to us back then. I don't think kids. Oh my gosh, this makes me feel old, bro. Like 2012 does not seem that far away back. And you look at this cell phone quality, and this was like normal back then, bro. Oh, this is bad.
There are kids born in 2012 on TikTok.
Facts.
Like that's like they'll be having these posts on TikTok that'll go viral every now and then. And it'll be like a background picture with the text on it, and it'll just be like, what grade were you in 2012? And it'll be kids in there like, I was in first grade in 2012. But you also got to realize they're like 20 years old now. Like that's
no, that's crazy. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The 2000s kids are 25, 26.
Yeah. Oh, they're full grown adults. Like they're like grown. Like somebody born. I'm born in 95. I don't look at somebody born in 2000 as a youngin. Like you're.
I still do because my little sister was born in 2000. So it's like if I see a woman, we gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I find out she was born in 2000. I'm like, dang, she looked good, but I'm still looking at you kind of weird because it's like I remember changing my sister's diapers.
I get what you're saying, but I for me, like I would say probably like 2000. Being lenient, I would say like 2002. 2002 on up, like and up. I would say you kind of grew up around us because like I had
nah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Being born like during Nelly, It's Hot in Here is kind of crazy.
But you're at least old enough to remember like being a kid when Obama became president. If you're born like 2002,
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain stuff that once you get to be in like 2005, like I got like little cousins. Like one is born 2005, the other one is born 06, the other one's born 07. Like there's certain stuff that they probably can remember that we might have in common, but for the most part, it's like I was 10 years old when you were born. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like we just didn't grow up in the same era, But within like 5 to 7 years, you could say that that's technically a little bit the same generation relative.
No, for sure. Because it's like for me with older people, like I think ever since I've been in my 30s, like I low key, if a woman looks good, right, on social media, and she say I'm 42, you know what I'm saying? Like I no longer look at that like, dang, that's a cougar. I wanted to say another word about being respectful, like you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Now I look at it like I could pull, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's realistic now. It's not like
exactly.
Like when you're 20 and it's almost like it's definitely different for sure. That's not something that like happens every day when you're 20 years old to be like with a 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you're 30 and with a 40, that's like totally normal at this point. But you do have some people. I know it's like Gen Z. They don't, or younger Gen Z, like they don't play about the age gaps.
Yeah, like, I was about to say like, because I was literally about to say I feel like we're in the sweet spot of like early 30s. You can go 25 all the way through like 45, bro.
I was just about to say that. I was gonna say that exact number, like 25 to 45. Yeah.
Cause you can go past 35, like you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to my people out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all know who we are. I ain't gonna age shame y'all publicly, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know I'm cool with y'all.
Yeah, I mean 35, you're like 35, I'll say you're technically like you're definitely kind of like not a full generation ahead of us, but you're definitely low key from like it's definitely a difference, but it's I don't know, it's close enough in age, like 35 and 30. I don't think is that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying?
35, I feel like you can no longer talk to anybody under 27.
I'll say 25.
25 is still kind of crazy because it's like technically it's good, you know what I mean? But it's still kind of crazy because at 25, I still felt like I was in my early 20s. It was just like mentally, I was like, dang, I'm 25. Like I thought I was gonna be married at 25.
I definitely wouldn't make that move like long term for sure. That wouldn't make sense. 25, you definitely, you're still outside. Honestly, like at 30, I mean, I don't know. It's just a different era now. Like people, it's not. I feel like something different, maybe like 20, 25 years ago. Like, I feel like being 30 really used to mean like, you're a full grown adult now. Like you're. I mean, you obviously are at 30. You're a full grown adult, but it's like, I think because of the economy the way it is, a lot of like it's the idea of being married with your own house at 30 ain't really as common as it used to be. They used to be like a normal thing in America, and now, and especially with social media, people is super outside in their 30s. Like I feel like
Yeah.
This
I was about to say social media and the internet.
Yeah. This is definitely the most outside generation of 30, and low key the 40-year-olds is outside too.
That's a fact. Like the main thing I think about is birthdays. Birthdays, you know what I'm saying? A 40, you know what I mean? If a 40-year-old, some women look good, she gonna throw on that lingerie and get them the balloons that say 45, and she gonna do a photo shoot in the lingerie talking about I'm 45 and posting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and it's gonna go viral on one of them sites.
There's a photo shoot for every holiday now.
The photo shoot for every that's crazy because they got we got, of course we have the Christmas. Christmas always been a thing, but then it became a little more like, I feel like one-on-one relationship type thing with the matching PJs. Like I don't know if someone made a joke about matching PJs on Twitter one time, and then it became like a thing, like a standard. But now it's like a thing.
Yeah, you got the Christmas photo shoots. You got really Thanksgiving, not so much, but like Christmas for sure. Valentine's Day and Halloween is like number 1 and number 2.
Facts.
Like, I saw the other day. I saw some people. I didn't see it personally, but I saw some people even saying like they was doing something for Easter. Like it was.
I was about to say Easter. Get in there. It's not like a photo shoot with the backdrop and stuff like that, but it's like I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like a lot of families, like the younger popping families, cool little joints, they go to church on Easter solely for the purpose of getting off the fit pit with the family.
Yeah, no, there's definitely the Christian influencer community is definitely a thing for sure.
And shout out, salute. I mean, I found out Ace Hood goes to my church back in Atlanta like this past Easter. Like he said, great service today with Pastor so and so. I said, Ace Hood, go to my church. Ace Hood.
Shout out to my guy, man. I said my guy like I know him personally. I don't know Ace Hood whatsoever. Ace Hood had a few songs that I like. He had that song. I don't know if you remember his first song when he was on the Cali. He had a song called Cash Flow. They used to get played on MTV Jams all the time. But and then Hustle Hard, of course.
Yeah.
He had a run.
He said for sure.
Shout out to Ace Hood. But no, definitely the holidays, the photo shoots are crazy. 4th of July is, I think, like maybe like, we still in April. It's still a few months away. We still got some time. I feel like low key Cinco de Mayo is it's like the new like start of summer now.
Facts. I mean, I think the older you get, the more you kind of make up what summer is. And shouts out to Ace Hood. If you like, why are you posting Ace Hood's kids? Ace Hood posts his kids. I didn't do that. Ace Hood did that. Okay, I got a side note question for you with the Charleston White, the baby situation, right? So who was it that said it? It was like dang, I forgot who, but it was some rapper, right, that was talking about the baby Charleston White situation. And he said Baby, if you have a the rap persona of the baby, and in your real life you're Jonathan, if you don't want people to talk about Jonathan, you got to separate the characters a little more, because now you playing the baby outside and someone approach you talking about something from your Jonathan life, and now you offended and you like, nah, that's off limits. He like, you done posted your kids multiple times. So now you creeped out and weirded out that someone done painted a picture of your kids when you posting them all the time. How you feel about that?
Okay, so my take about it was I didn't think the dude was a weirdo, but like I will say that it would have been like I don't know. I just want to know what the decision making was to necessarily, like they like when Tyler Creator did the freestyle on Fun Flex, he was like, "Yo, what made you go with that verse? Like, why did you, out of all the pictures that you could have animated of the baby, why did you personally go with his kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, or why did you not pick a picture of him with his kids? I don't know. I kind of get where the baby was coming from, as far as like, imagine you walking outside the club from his point of view, or you're walking into the club and a guy just pulls up with a random just canvas size painting of your kids out of nowhere. Like, you don't know him. This wasn't scheduled. You got like a bunch of people snapping pictures. It's a lot to it's just a lot to process in the moment. Now, as far as like the aftermath, I'm glad they was able to resolve it or whatever, because I don't the baby has been canceled enough times. Now I don't want to see him get in any more trouble. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it kind of got blown out of proportion. I saw people trying to make it seem like he's like a bad guy over the situation. I kind of got where he was coming from a little bit.
I definitely understand where the baby's coming from. It was Ray Daniels, by the way, the dude who I was thinking of that had this take on the baby in the pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, like I definitely get it. um, but when Ray Daniels said what he said, I was like, dang, I didn't think of that. Like, if I want to protect something, I just protect it. Like, right? Like, so like I don't, just openly just post my mom all the time on my YouTube, or my parents, or what I'm saying, my siblings. I don't post my family all the time on my YouTube channel. And I post 8 times a day on YouTube, darn near. You know what I'm saying? Go live every day almost. So it's like I made a decision that I don't want my family members just out there on the internet like I am, because I just have random strangers and people who come to my page new every single day from an old video from 6 months ago, a few months ago. They'll comment on it and come across my channel for the first time, and they'll say something that's a lot of times over the line, like, you don't know me, bro, and you just saying this and da 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 da. And I don't want my family to be involved with that when they didn't ask to be in that. So it's like, for the baby, I get what Ray Daniel's saying. If you don't want people doing stuff like this with your daughters, don't be posting your daughters.
From that point of view, I get what you're saying. I mean, to a certain extent, like when you do become a celebrity, it shouldn't be this way. But the honest, truth about it is that you do sign up for like certain weird stuff to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you work at the subway station at the substation at Publix, like you don't have to worry about anybody running up on you with a painting of your kids. It's just a certain thing that comes with being a celebrity. Unfortunately, it's like stuff like that. Paparazzi, people running up on you for interviews, like and that's why they have security and things like that. But yeah, I didn't think it was as big of a situation as people tried to make it out to be. Like the baby he's had some real situations, like everything's got physical. Luckily, this wasn't this wasn't one of those.
No, for sure. And then you know how Charleston White, he the ultimate instigator. He got in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Like Charleston White could have took it there. You know what I mean? But the baby didn't let Charleston White push him to those limits. You know what I'm saying? And make him go across the line and stuff like that. I mean, do we want to talk about it right now? We want to get into it, what you know what I'm saying? What folks is talk. Do we want to do it right now, or do we want to go back to Emmanuel? I'm about to say Emmanuel Lewis, Emmanuel Hudson, Marietta, and stuff like that. I'll say my favorite moment right now before we get into it, right? Because we about to get into it. With Mo, man, I'll probably say I'll say to jump it off and stuff like that, I gotta say the games, bro, in high school, going to the Marietta high school games, our high school basketball games, because that was really the first time like I got off the porch, per se. I got out the house, I got in social situations on a regular basis with kids from my school. You know what I'm saying? And it was largely because of Mo. Like Mo was kind of getting me out there and stuff like that. And I used to go to the games as a kid. My neighbor, his dad used to take us to the games as a kid, Marietta and stuff. But I used to watch Angel Robinson there. That's how I even knew of how great Angel Robinson was, as opposed to just hearing her stats and seeing this tall girl go to UGA and the WNBA eventually. I got to see it in real time. I got to see her go against Maya Moore, who's the best high school basketball player I've ever seen, boys or girls. But going as a student myself, in the student section being the way it was, I remember they beat Walton in overtime, and that was like a huge upset in the area in Cobb County at the time. And then the student section, they stormed the court. It was like Peter Savick and all of them and stuff. And that video was just kind of like on Blue Devil News. Like Mo would be talking about it, like, bro, like they be going up at them games, bro. Like Jalen and Logan, like they be going up. So I was like, oh, bet, like I gotta go. So I started going with Mo and standing in the student section. Oh, I was like, bro, this is fun, bro. Like I'm having the best times of my life. And that's where I was like, what I'm saying, started building that connection with Logan and J-Mac and, quote unquote, the popular kids. And that really got me to the point where in senior year, I was kind of relatively known around the school, as opposed to being a kid that nobody knew as a freshman. So Mo got me out of that shell. He got me out of my regular social circle. So I say them basketball games, definitely one of my favorite memories. And then, I'll say this one of the basketball games, the Kennesaw Mountain game, K-Side. Kennesaw Mountain students started calling themselves K-Side, trying to be all cool. I don't know how many ways you try to twist it, turn it. Kennesaw Mountain does not sound cool. Like, it does not sound hard. Like, it just sound white. Kennesaw Mountain just sound like a white school. So, like, they try to do the K-Side. I was like, all right, bro. So we went over there, Kennesaw Mountain. I think they beat us. I think they beat Marietta. And then so we in the parking lot, Kennesaw Mountain students talking trash. Marietta, y'all ball back off. And we pulled off playing like some Chief Keef or something like that. This man Chris tore his meniscus, so he on crutches. Boy, Chris rolled down the window from the back seat and he stuck his crutch out.
He stuck his crutches out like it was a gun.
Yeah, he started waving it, bro.
Yeah, no, that was Kennesaw Mountain definitely was not the toughest school in Cobb County.
Bruh, but the K-Side thing, that became a mini rivalry because like their student section was just annoying, bro. And they was just like, it's just a white school, bro. So even though they had black kids, it was like, to what people in Atlanta think that Marietta High School probably is, like that's what Kennesaw Mountain actually was. Like, I think people in the city of Atlanta, like they probably thought Marietta was like East Cobb. And it's like, no, it's two different sides.
Marietta, I don't know. It wasn't dangerous at all. It wasn't. It was like, I don't know. It was hard to explain. Like I felt it definitely was not a dangerous school, but it was a lot of wild stuff going on.
It was majority black, and it was like it's more so like bad kids as opposed to dangerous. There's a difference. Like I felt like Osborne and Pebblebrook and Cobb County, they teetered the line of like, this is like going to a city school.
Yeah, definitely the schools I would say closer to the city of Atlanta, like Pebblebrook, like you said, South Cobb, Campbell, Osborne. They had more of it was like black / Mexican population. We had like an interesting mix. I think it was like low key like a third black, a third white, and then maybe like 20% Mexican, and then like 10% everybody else. It was an interesting mix of people for sure.
But interestingly enough, statistically, it was just way more black people than white people there. But it didn't feel like that. It
definitely didn't feel like it. It felt like a lot of white.
It felt like a white school with black people there.
Yeah, low key. No, that's Definitely. I mean, I don't know why we had a lot of white kids though. Like it felt like I don't
Yeah, because well, see, this is how it happened, bruh. I'm talking about our graduation day. Our graduation day, we in the the middle school little announcement, little ceremony, little joint, the auditorium, and how we was waiting in there before we went and lined up and then walked out all on the sidewalk into Northcutt Stadium, right? So we in there. And we had Cameron Mills, a shout out Cameron Mills, deep voice Cam, and you know what I'm saying. So we all standing there, and then we talking about how it was like a white school, and he said Marietta is not white, and I said, bro, yes it is. It's a white school. Like anybody in Atlanta, they would like laugh at you if you say you was from Marietta High School. He said, look on this row. Cam was the only white dude on the row.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I realized at the time how even though it makes sense though, because most of the people that I was cool with at their school was black, but like we had enough white kids. It was a lot of I don't know, it definitely felt like we had a lot of white kids at our school for sure.
And I think the school was so nice. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it's gonna sound crazy, but how nice it was, you would think, you see a few preppy white kids with nice cars and they dress, kind of all preppy, short shorts and the Sperry's and the Hollister tees and stuff like that, which and the black kids, we started dressing like that too, just because, it was the black boy, white boy era.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very easy to equate like nice with white. And since our school was a nice school with a white principal and a white assistant principal, you know what I'm saying? Like pretty much everybody, all the administrators were white. Most of the administrators were white. The head honchos were white. And the auditorium was nice. The gym was nice. The hallways looked nice. The school just looked nice. And it was a big school. So it's like all of those things combined, you can kind of think, oh, this is a white school, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I went to I mean, it's interesting because I went to like I grew up honestly in East Cobb, like for real. Like we moved from Detroit. I was born in Atlanta, but we moved to Detroit when I was a baby, and then we moved to Marietta when I was 7 or like 6, about to turn 7 or whatever. But yeah, we always stayed in East Cobb up until my last 3 years of high school when I went to Marietta High. So like growing up in East Cobb, it was kind of the same thing, low key, like population wise. Like now that I look back on it, even though East Cobb has a reputation of like the feeder school I was into was Wheeler. You know what I'm saying? People think Wheeler, they think like they mostly think that's a white school, but it was honestly like it was a lot of black kids at Wheeler. Like it low key, I feel like it was more black kids than white kids when I was at Wheeler. Like
I would say the schools on East Cobb, that's like East Cobb, the stereotype, Pope,
Lassiter,
Walton, Lassiter for sure. Lassiter, we pulled up the Lassiter for a football game, bro. And like the parking lot, it looked like High School Musical, bro. Eddie Prince was the star quarterback. They looking like they got the USC fight song, the USC jerseys, and the logo. Dun, 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 dun. Eddie Prince was going to the SEC. He a white pocket quarterback, pocket passer. Like he not scrambling at all. Like he was a traditional white quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Eddie Prince. And so like at the time, like that was like what you see when you think of East Cobb, like because that's where them boys at. AMP and all them Kai Cenat, they stay out there in East Cobb. So that's the side of Marietta they on. They're on the whole other side. So when people like they're in Marietta, I'm like, not our side with the Mexicans and everything.
That wasn't the East Cobb I grew up in though. Like the East Cobb, it's crazy because like the neighborhood I grew up in was like it was like lower middle class, but it was like middle class basically. Like it was townhomes and yeah, it was basically like every house was a townhome. Like it was a bunch of townhomes in the neighborhood.
But I say Wheeler was more West Cobb. You know what I'm saying in terms of
Wheeler's
culture and stuff like that. Like
you said culture, yeah.
No, yeah. Like geographically, it's East Cobb. But like I'm saying, like culturally, like when we went to Wheeler, it was like a little beat down. The gym was, smaller gym, even though they had this story program history of like everybody that come through that basketball program go to the NBA. Sharif Abdul-Rahim and all these other different folks like Chuck Mitchell was D1 and obviously we all know Jaylen Brown. He the most successful person to come out of Wheeler, who was in school the same time we were in school. And now they have a new court because of probably Jaylen Brown's contributions to the school and stuff. But I mean, before when we were in school, it was pretty. Wheeler was kind of like Marietta and how it's shaped and everything like that.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. Like I'm not going to sit up here and act like because I went to East Cobb Middle School, and then I went to Wheeler for 1 year before I went to Marietta. But yeah, I'm not going to sit up here and act like it was the movie like Lean on Me. Yeah, I'm not going to act like it was like that rough. But there was definitely kids. Some things was going on. I'm not going to try to oversell it, but it definitely was a mostly. Not I look back on it, even though it has a reputation for being like a white school. It was mostly. Definitely mostly a black school.
No, when I think of white, like we said, Walton, Pope, Lassiter, Kennesaw Mountain, even though they were trying to become black and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like Marietta was always kind of black and loud, even though like I think the older white people in the Marietta community tried to make it seem like Marietta was always historically like white. Like they try to sell us that narrative. When you look more into it, like Marietta's always been black. Like they had B-Town, projects and everything that they tore down when we were in middle school, growing up and stuff. Like they tried to eliminate a lot of the black history with Lemon Street High School being a thing, but it was like, no, like actually black people were always in Marietta. And, there never was the old Marietta with white folks and stuff like that and nothing but white folks. It's always been a mixture of black and white people because of the proximity to Atlanta. Like all of these, it's funny to me how Metro Atlanta areas be trying to act so, Roswell, we white, we that. I'm sure there's a lot of black people in Dunwoody, Alpharetta, Roswell, all these places because it's proximity to Atlanta, and Atlanta is so black and there's so many people, so dense, population wise. Like it's bound to spread to all the surrounding areas. So when that's another reason why I think the whole, as we come off of 404 day, the whole arguments of what's Atlanta and what's not, kind of based off of like blackness and everything like that, which it has an undertone to have, it's kind of dumb because it's like Atlanta has so many people, bruh. Everybody can't fit in Atlanta.
I'm probably gonna send a tweet about this at some point, but like Atlanta, people gotta look at it like this, bro. Like the same way, like you got, and I probably said this on the podcast before, but like the same way that you got, okay, in New York, you got Manhattan, like that's the core of New York, and then you got, Harlem is in Manhattan, and then you have, you got the Bronx, you got Brooklyn, you got Queens, I said the Bronx. Yeah, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. You got the boroughs. Like that's what Atlanta is at this point. Like the city of Atlanta only has, I want to say like 600,000 people, 600,000, maybe like 800,000 at the most. I want to say. I can actually just look it up, not be lazy. But yeah, city of Atlanta population. It says 520,000 people. Like this, the actual city of Atlanta, not Metro Atlanta, the city of Atlanta. So like the boroughs, or technically speaking, as far as like if we compare it to New York, it would be Fulton County, obviously, because the city of Atlanta is in Fulton County. Clayton County is right there. The airport is in Clayton County. Gwinnett, DeKalb, and Cobb. That's the Metro Atlanta area. Like now you got these other counties that, like, if you want to be, like the extra ones like Rockdale, Henry County, stuff like that, the extension counties, that's a different conversation. But like the core five, I would say, are those ones right there.
Yeah, the metropolitan right here, you say metropolitan area goes over 6.4 million. And then for New York, it's 8.5 million. So even the whole Metro Atlanta and all of the New York City boroughs and stuff like that, it's still New York. Still, it's just too many people up there, bro. It's just too many people up there in New York.
Well, the thing is that when they say, because they cheat when they do this, like if you look up what they consider to be the Metro Atlanta area, it's it's like 20 something counties. A lot of them counties are not even close to Atlanta. Like it'd be like a hour out. saying that it's like the Metro Atlanta area. Like that's not. If you can't, I feel like if you can't get to the Metro Atlanta, like without traffic, if you can't get to Atlanta, yeah, like look at this. Like Forsyth County is not Metro Atlanta, bro.
Cherokee County is an hour out.
Cherokee County is not Metro Atlanta. Fayette County is if okay, like it's kind of Metro Atlanta, like it's south. You know what I'm saying? Like it's relatively close, but it's still far out, bro. Rockdale is not Metro Atlanta.
Rockdale far, bro. Like for me, Cobb, Douglas, Fulton, Clayton, DeKalb, Gwinnett. I don't know. What is this?
That's like unincorporated. It's like Milton, like Alpharetta.
Okay, this count is Metro Atlanta. That's it. These they don't even connect to Atlanta.
Forsyth and Cherokee are not. No.
So this who Amaretta when she do part 3, Cherokee County is not Atlanta.
I feel like it's so understood that Cherokee County is not Atlanta. She didn't even have to say it.
Facts. But you know, I mean, I don't know. I wonder, like, I got to look back at all the interviews she did after that song came out, because I know one of those interviews had to ask her about, like, you literally did the video at the Battery.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no. But you'll have people say, even though like it's technically and it has an Atlanta address, but that's not really Atlanta either. Like that's really like Smyrna, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, I think Cumberland Mall and the Battery has, like you said, the Atlanta address, and then the airport in Clayco has an Atlanta address, like because the city of Atlanta owns the airport. I don't know if you knew that. I learned that like 3-4 years ago. I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I always thought the airport was just in College Park. No, it's in Atlanta. Like Atlanta owns it in College Park.
But it's College Park though. Like
yeah, that's College Park. That's outside. That's outside for sure.
Yeah.
The cab at this point is Atlanta, bro, because people ever since Future and Zone 6 started taking over rap game, like people started claiming it. People started claiming Migos once Migos got hot. So they count as Atlanta, bro. Like
yeah, before Migos, nobody was. I've never heard. How many times in your life? I want to ask you this. Like, as somebody from Cobb County, how many times in your life have you stepped foot in Gwinnett County?
We went up there for basketball, for Marietta stuff, like in the state playoffs, and then we played Grayson one time in football. So we went over there for like band stuff and school sporting events. But I'm thinking like just on the regular, because the furthest I would go, bro, would be the Cabs Farmer Market, bro. The Cab Farmers Market would be the furthest I would go growing up. So really Gwinnett, if anything, maybe like once or twice a year, I say, but not even like a planned thing. Like I think I went to the Mall of Georgia maybe like once on a field trip when I was in summer camp as a kid. That's kind of it.
I literally have been in Gwinnett County maybe 4 times in my entire life. Like
even now?
I'm saying in my whole life, I might have been in Gwinnett.
Oh no, I've been in Gwinnett a bunch of times now. Like ever since I graduated high school, I'll be in Gwinnett a lot. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I've never Cobb to Gwinnett is like
it's an hour, bro.
That's like the Bronx to Brooklyn. Like it's crazy. Like that's a trek. Like that's definitely a journey for sure.
Yeah, because we used to record the A-League podcast in Gwinnett, and then when I was doing acting, like a lot of stuff would be out in Norcross, like little auditions and everything that I used to be doing used to be out in Norcross. Jobs used to be out in Norcross and stuff like that, like job fairs and everything. I just do a bunch of like random stuff out in Norcross and Gwinnett area. So yeah, I'll be acting. I acted a lot in Gwinnett, which is weird. It's stuff that you don't realize until like years later when you're talking about it. But yeah, I'll be out in Gwinnett. I ain't gonna hold you. And then now I got people from Gwinnett from college. But before then, as a child, no, we rarely went to Gwinnett. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe at some point down the line. I've heard good things about like certain. It's for not really mostly about the food. I've heard that there's great food in Gwinnett as far as the they got like I don't know what the name of the buffet is, but they got like it's like one of them buffets that's like $50, but the quality of the food is crazy. They got
Yeah.
like crab legs, all types of stuff over there. Like, but like not the low quality crab legs, like the real buffet crab, like what I mean, fresh out the ocean. Well, not really fresh out the ocean because we in a landlocked state. That's a whole different conversation. But yeah, no, they got the good crab legs.
You be going to the Cat Farmers Market, bro?
I've heard good things about it, but I've never been there.
Oh yeah, they got the quality, just food. Period. Like it's expensive, and you can only pay with like a debit card.
You can't do cash.
Nah, I don't think so. Like you can only, and you can, I don't even think you can use a credit card. Like you got to use a debit card over there. But like it's real nice. Like they got the crab legs, and it's a whole world. Like the Cat Farmers Market, you got a little flag. It's got Ethiopian food, Kenyan food, Asian food, Japanese, Korean, all that. Yeah, it's
Is it like
it's cold in there.
is it like people actually cook it? Like is it more of a grocery store, or they got people making food there? Like
No,
can you
they
buy
got
cook
it's
food?
like the deli, but it's just a longer deli. So you got like in the little seafood section, you got people with the fresh seafood with the joint on the ice, and they get it ready for you. Like kind of like the deli at the grocery store, but it's
Okay,
just like it's more space to do it because it's the size of a warehouse. It's like a Sam's Club, to be honest. Yeah,
okay,
that's a
okay. I
great way
thought
to
it was
describe it.
like an outdoor thing. I don't know why.
No. It's indoors. It's a warehouse. It's like a Sam's Club size thing, and it's cold in there. But like they have everything in there, dog, and it's like the freshest stuff, like the most healthy stuff. But you're gonna see it in that price tag, and like I said, you can only check out with a debit card and stuff like that. So that's over there in the cab. So yeah. I mean, I'll be on the east side because now like my pops stay in Stonecrest, so I'll be on the east side a lot. And that's how I got acquainted with the east side. I got acquainted with the west side because of course, like we from Northwest, so we was already on the west side, and then but you know, mm, my pop and them they used to be over here Southwest, and now and then I worked in West Midtown and lived in West Midtown for a couple years, and I also worked in Douglas County, so I know the whole West from just living and working out there. I know the East from living and working out there. uh South side I just know from people I went to school with, and then I don't know nothing about this. Except for like we had games up there in high school, Cherokee County.
Yeah, I've only been in Cherokee County and well, actually no. What I do know about Cherokee County, I want to say Lake Alatuna is out there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I definitely grew up going to Lake Alatuna. Low key, Lake Alatuna is way. I mean, I've never been to Lake Lanier, but like, if I got to choose between the two, I'm definitely going to Lake Alatuna before Lake Lanier, for sure.
Yeah, I ain't never heard nothing crazy going on at Lake Alatuna.
No,
What high school did Josh Dobbs go to?
he went to Alpharetta.
Who went to Alatuna then?
I don't know anybody that went to Alatuna.
Nah, it was a football player that. Oh dang, Jordan Canada signed with the Dream. Jordan Canada back with the Dream, y'all. Breaking news. I got to do a live talking about all this WNBA news at some point, but yeah, Israel Abrams. What the heck they got to do with Josh Dobbs? Yeah, he went to Alpharetta. I'm trying to. Someone went to Alatuna though. He 2013. Yeah, I knew he was 2013. Dang, let me look at this class real quick. I want to look at this class. Let me see. It's not letting me go there. Hold on, where are we at? Because I want to see this now.
You probably got to have a subscription to do it.
To look at 2013.
Yeah, ESPN, they try to monetize everything.
Oh no, 100%. We the same way. It's like after a couple months, everything go under a paywall.
Yeah. That's I mean, I'll get it now because okay, so we got this is 2013 high school.
Oh, this girls. Yeah, this girls. Girls basketball. You got Diamond Shields, top 5 in Norcross. Alicia Gray. I didn't know Alicia Gray was my age. I always think she older than me or whatever. Lexi Brown, of course, remember her. You have any run-ins with Lexi Brown coming up?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, what school did she go to?
She went to like somewhere in Gwinnett. She went to North Gwinnett.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. Listen, girl, I didn't know no kids from. No.
That's where everybody from. Everybody from Gwinnett. All the lit folks. Ruby
that's
Rose,
where Taylor Rooks is from.
Drewski, Taylor Rooks, Lexi Brown. Hold on, let me turn off my phone real quick or put it on the thing. Is that joint going crazy? Hold on. All right, cool. Bet. Yeah. No, Lexi Brown, all of them. They Drewski, all from Gwinnett. Lou Will.
Yeah, no, Gwinnett is they doing their thing for sure.
They got the resources though. They got the resources, man. Like how we have a bunch of people that were popping and stuff like that. We had the resources. All right, so 2013. No, this 2026. Up in 2013. Oh, there we go. All right, hold on. This is the riveting content that people want to see. Hold on, it's loading up. It's loading up. Oh yeah, you're right, bro. They took it off, bro. They really took it off, bro. They gonna do us like that? You probably got to go to 24/7, huh? 24/7.
You definitely gotta have a subscription for that.
Yeah, it's not the same.
So while we speaking on this though, what was the elephant in the room topic that you?
Oh yeah, man. You know we got to do it. Hold on. Number 1 in our class in the country was Robert Kimdichie. We knew that, but I didn't know Chris Jones was number 2. I didn't know he was my age. I didn't know Laramie Tonsil was our age. Vernon Hargraves. I don't know.
Some guys that played in the league were.
Yeah, facts. Jalen Smith. Don't know him. Christian Hackenberg, Dorian Johnson, Trey Davies White. Okay, now it's getting a little quiet. Jonathan Allen. I remember Jonathan Allen. Derrick Henry, of course. Derrick Henry, our age. He looked so old, bro. I didn't know he was our age. He ain't even that old.
Bro, he had like 10,000 yards in high school. 12,000 for real.
Well, he old in running back years, but like he, you know what I'm saying, other than that, Reuben Foster, he had a good career. OJ Howard, good career. What were you about to say, Jelani?
I said some guys that play. It's a bunch of guys that play in the league on here.
For sure.
Hey, Sean Robinson.
Yeah. I remember Max Brown. I don't know I remember him in college, but I forgot. Like he was like doing a transfer thing or something like that. I remember. Bryce Ramsey. You remember Bryce Ramsey?
I think he played quarterback.
From Camden County. See, I know him from bro. When we was in band, we was at all the games, so we went to the Camden County game, everything like that, where they just went crazy on us and stuff like that. Jalen Ramsey, our age. Look at young Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I remember he started as like a true freshman. He went to Florida State.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so he stayed down the whole time. Eli Apple, our age. Okay. Dang. Hold on. Let me see. See, we scrolling a little bit now. Don't get quiet.
You scroll right past Joey Bosa.
Where? Oh, Joey Bosa, where he at? Oh, snap. I ain't even recognize. He look ugly.
Artie Burns played in the league, too. There's a bunch of people that played in the league here.
Dang. Bro, I seen that boy Tyron Jones. That man crashed out, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was supposed to be one of them ones.
Oh, he crashed out. Like we said last episode, when you talk about crash out, no, Tyron Jones, he crashed out. What's his name? Boy from Marietta, Eric Gilbert, he crashed out.
I never looked up Tyron's case, but he was I don't know, he was always nice to me when because we went to middle school and like so I knew him back then, but he was always nice to me growing up. He was a cool kid.
Tyron had a situation where he went like ballistic. This joker ended up at Hutchinson Community College. Started off at Alabama, ended up at Ohio Dominican University. The what?
Nah, that ain't the same. That can't be the same Tyron Jones.
It's the same one, and this a whole different mug, bro.
No, I'm
Suspended running
saying
back Tyron
he
Jones
was talking about.
dismissed.
I'm saying you was talking about at the Ohio Dominican College. I don't think that was the same Tyron Jones.
But I guarantee it. Nate Saban dismissed him from the team. Tyron Jones was indefinitely suspended from the football program earlier this semester. He was given an opportunity academically, but he failed that. He had a very strong odor of marijuana. It was just a different time in 2013, bro. Now that's just you get suspended for the first half of a game. See, oh no, 2025. Oh yeah, it's a different dude.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's not the same one.
But let me see. Yeah, this is the same dude though. Hutchinson Community College, all the way from Alabama, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Because there was a brief period of time, like in high school, for maybe like 6 weeks, where like even though I didn't even start on the football team, it's hilarious. I was working out with his dad, and like
Yeah.
it'd be like me, Tyron, his little sister, these two white kids that went to Walton, who actually, these two white kids, it would like be like, because they had this performance center that we grew up going to, like when we played Little League Baseball, like, but it also doubled as like performance center, like I said. So anyway, I was doing that for maybe like 6 weeks with his dad or whatever. But it's just fascinating because like his dad like basically trained him from a young kid basically to be a running back. Like his dad played in that Arena Football League. And it's just a lot of times when you raise the kids to, especially with football, like it doesn't always work out when you invest all this time in like this one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you pour all these eggs into this, and Tyron's a great player, but it's like, I don't know. Sometimes like I feel like you push a kid so much to do one thing, and then if it doesn't go a certain type of way, like it's like they don't recover from that, like because you made that their whole identity. Like I remember him telling me a story about when he was like a kid, like 6 years old, like his dad putting the pads on him and like hitting him, like having him run towards him full speed, and his dad would like, you know what I'm saying, like. And he'd be crying and they'd have to do it over and over, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I don't know in the long run how that might impact you mentally. But yeah, I don't want to turn this episode into us just, shitting on my guy's career or whatever. Like, damn.
No, I mean, but that's real like black kid stuff, bro. Like with someone was talking about Kyron Lacy earlier this week. Like it was some anniversary for Kyron Lacy. I don't know what it was, what the anniversary was. Let me see. Kyron Lacy. Let me see. Hold on now. Okay, Kyron Lacy passed in 2 days, a year ago today. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Kyron Lacy passed, I brought on a bunch of former athletes on my channel, and we just had a like roundtable discussion because, like you said, like the story of Tyron Jones is a story for so many kids. Like I know so many kids just from Marietta, the kids that we grew up with. They were good at basketball. They were always good from a young age, but they've been playing year round since they were 3 years old. Like AAU in the summer, school ball in the winter, and then like some other league in the spring. You know what I'm saying? Like they just find a way to play nonstop basketball. I got basketball practice. So then when when you get a scholarship, because you practice your whole life, you're going to get a scholarship somewhere, even if it's a community college or JUCO or something. You go to that JUCO and you know what I'm saying, you might not be playing that much at the JUCO and you start dabbling into weed or something like that, and you get kicked out because your grades aren't up and you said you're not playing. You get kicked out or you leave the school. Now you have a whole identity crisis. This is the reality for so many young black men, bro. And I remember me growing up at 19 and everything like that, 18. And people would try to make me feel bad for wanting to be a journalist because I was tall. I'm like, bruh, I'm tall. I'm Trae Young's height, bro. I am undersized. I am an undersized guard in the NBA.
You face height
discrimination. Which is crazy, is insane. But that's the reality of the situation. I'm an undersized guard in the NBA. the amount of weight and training that will even put on that I would need to put on just to be adequate enough to be an end of the bench two-way guy in the league, and then to only be there for like 2 to 4 seasons is not worth it. Because all the progress that I made in my I ain't gonna get that type of respect in the media if I'm coming from the G League. It's like you won't even know rotational piece, child, please. DJ Shockley had it easy, relatively to make it in the media space as a guy who did not have a wildly successful playing career, and that's because he had a great moment at a very popular school. You know what I'm saying, at UGA, and people in Georgia just love UGA football. So it's like he had that break. But if you're not one of those guys, you are not going to have a successful job. Like, even if you talk about Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, Kendrick Perkins started on a championship team in the NBA. Like, there's no dudes who's just scrubs that can just go over. I think the closest example would be what's his name? Dan Orlovsky.
Mm-hmm.
He would be the closest example to a guy with a successful media career that was a scrub in the pros.
But even when you say somebody was a scrub in the pros, like, that's
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the level of talent that you have to even be a starter in the NFL, like, to make the league alone, let alone be a starter in the league. Yeah, yes, you were a starter on an 0-16 team. Okay, cool. I get that. You know what I mean? That's not something to be proud of. But, you know, you made it to the league. You put food on your family's plate. I gotta respect it, man.
I'm with you 100%. So anyways, I'm saying all
that.
But
yeah, to your greater point though, as far as like the journalism, like, I definitely feel like it's especially now, like, if you I feel like they're getting rid more so of the, especially like on TV and stuff like that, like just the regular journalists on television like that. Like, you definitely got to be, especially with the podcast, like, you got to be, a lot of times now, you got to be a former athlete or a rapper, you know, to get a podcast deal.
Facts. So, but it's like, when people tried to shame me or make jokes about me or something like that when I was 18, 19, like, it didn't affect me at that point, because I was just like, bruh, I know how much work I had to put in just to even be on varsity. Like, I remember my dad was telling me at 10 years old, he was like, if I want to be on the team, on the school team, I got to carry the ball with me everywhere. Dribble the ball, wake up at 5 a.m. and practice before school, carry the ball with me to school, carry the ball with me on the school bus, carry the ball with me when I'm walking back home. Like, I had to do all of that just to make the varsity high school basketball team, dog. I was like, nah, I ain't doing. Like, at 10 years old, I was like, nah, this I ain't doing that. And like, so when people tried to, you know what I'm saying, when I was older, a decade later, tried to like shame me for not being an athlete, I was like, bro, like, I'm looking at the long game here, bro. Like, none of y'all are gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? And then lo and behold, Kenny Moore II ends up making it from Valdosta State to the Indianapolis Colts, and he's had a great career in the NFL. He's one of the better players on the Colts. And then at Georgia State, there are no Shannon Sullivan's kind of still like floating around in the NFL, but other than that, nobody else is active as a professional athlete. Like, there's a lot of guys that went to the NFL, stayed for a couple years, and then kind of stopped getting signed. In the NBA, RJ Hunter was a thing for a couple seasons. He's retired now and coaching down the street at Tulane. So it's like, I have no regrets, bro. I think what I said proved to be true.
No, facts. I get where you. I definitely get where you're coming from, for sure. I'm looking at his cleats right here. I'm trying to tell if he had, like, they look like Jordan cleats at first, but I don't think they are. I don't think he had that level of swag on the field.
This was like you said, the 0-16 season, bro. Like, this was the low light of lowlights, bro.
You know what's crazy? They actually wasn't okay. They were a bad team, obviously, but like their roster wasn't, like, they had Megatron,
yeah.
Yeah, they could have. They probably could have won a game or two at least.
This
You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Rock.
man said they weren't that bad. They had Megatron, but that was it. That was the problem. They only had Megatron.
Yeah, no, that was that was actually the first season. Like I was watching football before this. Like I definitely remember watching Super Bowls and certain games before that season. But like 2008 was actually the first year when I was like fully all the way locked in, like fully like watching every game, like obsessed with football. You know what I'm saying? Like that was I could tell you like everything about that season just because that was like the first season I was really, like I said, like deep into football for real.
And this was the season after the whole like 16-0 from the Patriots.
Yeah, I remember Tom Brady towards ACL the first game of the year, the next year.
Yep. Dang, that's crazy. But all right, well, let's get into it. Like you said, the elephant in the room, bro. What did you think of the track, bro?
This is I'm gonna be honest. Like I've been a rap fan. I would say okay, so like my parents always raised me on rap music, so it's always been there. But like I would say on my own as a rap fan, like summer 2002, I was 6 years old. Okay, yeah, summer 2002, I was 6 years old. That was like my first summer. That was like I said, as a summer we moved to Marietta, Georgia. Long story short, first couple weeks in Marietta, we didn't have a TV. So all we had, like the entertainment, was the radio before we got the TV. So I was like a 6-year-old kid sitting by the radio, and that was 4 years ago. So I'm saying to say I've been a rap fan for 24 years now. And this might be one of the wildest stories I've seen in the history of me being like this. This is low key. I'm gonna be honest. This is probably like top 5 wildest stories I've seen, and that's saying a lot. Like we've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen in hip hop. As far as the song is just like very surreal to listen to. Like we're listening to Gucci Mane rap about getting robbed by his artists, as it's an open federal case right now. And I'm not one of these. Listen, I'm a civilian. I ain't never been in the streets in my life. Never, it's just not the life I live. I didn't grow up in that type of environment. So I'm not going to, like, I don't care about all that snitching stuff. That's not my discussion to have. But it is just fascinating watching the chaos ensue, like all the guys that do subscribe to all that, street, I can't say the word on here, but like street and word, rule book, like watching them be disappointed in this 46-year-old man that's married with kids, being like, yo, why is he telling on the guys that, robbed him at gunpoint and tried to extort him out of a contract? Like, of course he's supposed to be doing that at this point, at this stage in life. But yeah, as far as the song itself, it's just fascinating. Like it's like I can't even believe that this is like the reality of the situation that, especially when I just feel like Pooh Shiesty has so much momentum coming out, and the way the FDO hit, it was like, okay, he's out of here, just like he was back in 2021 when he first really started popping, but it just wasn't meant to be as far as his career, yeah, man, it's just a crazy situation overall.
First, I want to say this for Pooh Shiesty, bro. This is Pooh Shiesty's legacy. You get signed, you blow up with Black and Blood. It's the biggest song in the world. You go to jail. You finally get out of jail. We've seen it before. Bobby Shmurda had the hottest song in the world, goes to jail. He comes back out. People not really rocking with the new stuff. Fetty Wap is popping, biggest songs in the world. People say he fell off. People moved on. The world moved on from his sound. He goes to jail because he goes back to trapping because he's not making that much money anymore in rap. He goes back to jail for trapping. He comes back out after a few years. People say Fetty Wap's home. He gets the attention. The album sales come out. He only sell 11,000 first week. I hope Fetty don't go back to trapping because music ain't making enough money, and then he go back to jail inevitably. But that story's to be continued. Pooh Shiesty, you get out of jail, and you drop another hit just as big, arguably, it was on his way to becoming just as big as Back in Blood was. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was last year we had the G Herbo, the Every Day Some New Beefing with My. This year we had the FDO. That song was rivaling what the G Herbo song did last year at this point. As soon as it started rising, as soon as you get out, you go back to jail. How dumb can you be? And to all Pooh Shiesty folk that ride for Pooh Shiesty, don't come after me like Jelani say. I'm a civilian. I ain't about that life. I'm on the sidewalk. I'm from Marietta. I'm a suburban kid. But it's just stupid. It's stupid. Your legacy is being one of the dumbest rappers to ever be in the hip hop space. That is your legacy. And you got to live with that. You got to stand on that. You got to stamp it because you wanted to be the realest rapper. And in reality, the reason why the rap game is fake and it's wrestling and everything like that, which other rappers always be calling out, oh, y'all ain't really doing this. Y'all ain't really doing that. I thought y'all was doing this. It's because, bruh, if you really did it, you just end up in jail all the time. Lil Wayne was tired of going to jail. T.I. was tired of going to jail. Joker, I don't know when you going to get out. Because not only did Roderick Davis sign his name on the little legalistic documents giving the statement, he went on the, because remember, it said Roderick Davis confirmed to police that it was Pooh Shiesty and Big 30. And people was like, dang, Gucci ain't snitched, did he? And then it came out, remember the report said, Gucci Mane does not plan to testify. And people was like, okay, Gucci, you still got us, bro. And then Gucci just went out and put this track out. I don't know why he did it, bro, because everybody was like, I don't know if Gucci gonna snitch or not. I felt like Gucci could have saved this whole, Gucci Mane mystique by not speaking on it in the rap song, not doing any interviews, just kind of going away and acting like it didn't happen. Because like you said, it is an open federal case. He went out and just kind of owned it. So I guess now he got a monkey off his back and he get to address it. Anybody that got any questions for Gucci Mane, you just listen to the song. It is weird. At the same time, what other people are saying is the same dude that made the song about, you know what I'm saying, doing what he did to Jeezy homeboy. You know what I mean? The same career, different man. But yeah, go ahead, Jelani.
Yeah, I will say, even though, like I said, I'm a full-fledged civilian, I will say that it makes it hard for him going forward to kind of rap about any more street stuff. Because
but Gucci don't even make music like that no more.
He doesn't do obviously the old, like, I'm robbing, I'm taking, like, all that, like, the old Gucci Mane stuff, I'm drinking lean, and he's not that person anymore. But he does every now and then. He has like certain references to stuff in his music where he'll speak on, like, you have certain references to guns and things like that in his music every now and then. Like, I just think it definitely going forward should be like more the direction he's been going. Like, just keep going towards the more mature, like, I'm getting money, I'm getting jewelry. Like, that should be the lane he sticks to going forward. Because he's gonna, even though I think it's overall stupid to be mad at this, this 46-year-old man for talking to the cops after getting robbed. He is going to lose some fans. There are going to be some people who they still want to hold on to 2006 Gucci Mane and expect them to not tell on the people who tried to rob and extort him at 46 years old. As crazy as that sounds.
It's a weird thing. Hold on. I got to reshare this to get the audio or whatever to play the clip. But, you've seen the clip before, everything like that. Vlad, as much as we hate on Vlad got some stuff, boy. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Cause he done interviewed everybody.
Yeah, he definitely he got some stuff in his stash. I don't like a lot of his tactics, but I'm not gonna act like DJ Vlad doesn't have a lot of classic interviews.
Like, it was I remember I was looking up stuff before the Michael Jackson movie, right? This man got mad sit downs with Tito and
that's crazy.
Yeah, like Vlad low key, like
Tito
on the
Jackson.
lowest of keys, he got some stuff, bro. But
Tito Jackson probably got some crazy stories though.
yeah. I watched one of them though, and it was just he literally just told the story that's on the what you call it, bro.
Yeah.
Well, there's on the movie, The American Dream.
Oh, for real.
Yeah,
That movie is it's technically not a movie. It was like a TV series they put together, but like watching that because they used to play it on like Saturday afternoons on VH1 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That definitely used to be like an all day event. Like you had to really be committed to it. I feel like that's one of those things like you do once and then you probably never do again. Like watching the whole thing.
It come on in the morning and that thing don't go off until 9 p.m.
I remember watching that like I said, they probably came on like 12 and might have went off at like 6 or 7 that night, something like that.
Yeah, bro. For sure.
That's crazy.
Because it's weird how they do play it at the same time. Like they package it as one movie on TV.
Yeah.
When it came out, it was a week-long thing.
I feel like they used to do the same thing. I mean, that's before our time, but like I think they used to do the same thing with Roots back in the day. Like,
Roots, yeah. That's another joint. That just be all day, bro.
Right.
But yeah, this was a movie. I mean, an interview he did. He clipped it up when they did it in 2016, and then I think this probably when Tito passed 2 years ago. No, Tito just passed like a year and a half ago. Let me see.
I forgot he passed. Rest in peace, too.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Tito Jackson. Cause Vlad loved to post an interview when someone died, bro. I'm like, he do a lot of nasty stuff. I think that's one of the nastiest things he be doing.
Him and Adam 22. That's they.
Adam 22. They post interviews when they die, bro. They post it as soon as they die, bro. They be like, long live so and so. I'm like, bro, y'all, that's messed up.
It's nasty. No, they started it, and now I feel like everybody does it now. Like art dialogue. I done seen some people I even respect. Like, I done seen some podcasts I respect immediately after somebody died. Now you recycling interviews from 2014. Like, bro, what is the like? They're not even that same person that they was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
Facts. Tito passed like 8 months after Vlad posted the whole interview. So he didn't do it after he passed. So that's good news. I think when he passed, I think he moved to Oklahoma, like Tulsa, and they were like, yeah, Tito them they live here. And I was like, that's crazy. Bro, like the next week, that's when he passed. Like it was insane timing. But yeah. Or it was like the Jacksons just performed in Oklahoma. Let me see. Tulsa. Yeah, I just put up Tulsa. Tito's place continues to plans for construction. Yeah. He was living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So when I was in Tulsa, because remember that one episode where I was like shouting out like 10 people in Tulsa, and you said how do you know so many people in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Oh yeah.
Because I was riding around the Tulsa streets, bro. That's all my folks in Tulsa, man. Like
Tulsa's like one of them places that got like it's probably more active than what you not active as far as like being hood, but like more active as far as having stuff going on than what somebody might think. Just because I know it's like a college town, isn't it?
Nah, it's because right now they rebuilding it. They rebuilding it to like the Black Wall Street thing. There's a Tulsa University over there for sure. That's where B. Lou and Zias went. They played football on the the Tulsa University team.
I'm looking up the population of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, low key. That's what's crazy. The population of Tulsa, Oklahoma is only 100,000 people less than Atlanta. That's crazy. 415,000.
Hold on, I was on mute. I was like, that's crazy because it definitely does not feel like that.
That's insane.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that. Like the downtown feel like a downtown of a small town.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be like 200,000 people or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, 400,000 is crazy.
That's actually kind of crazy.
But yeah, they got a lot of people, a lot of black people specifically, black tech professionals and stuff like that who have moved out to Tulsa because of the I don't know who like made this decision or whatever, but someone just decided like, yo, we gonna go back to Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and try to build the new Black Wall Street. So they made a whole kind of dedication thing to it. They have a black media outlet called like the Wall Street Times, the Black Wall Street Times, and stuff like that. Um, Shouts out to my people over there, the editor and everything who lives in Atlanta, Frankie. So yeah, Nehemiah Frank. So I don't know. They got it going on in Tulsa for sure. Like I know some folks from Cobb that's out there in Tulsa because they're entrepreneurs and they all work together. It's a strong black entrepreneurial community out there.
Yeah, Tulsa, not to make it not to be like overly freaked out or whatever. Tulsa is one of those cities that probably does have like a sneaky amount of like beautiful women out there. I feel like Tulsa's probably one of those places.
I ain't going. I'm a, see. I know people out in Tulsa, but I ain't been there in a couple of years. So if you still have my number and you pull it up and you see this clip, hey, I can live with that. It won't like a dang. I didn't know that was out in Tulsa. It won't like that. You know, it's some places I've been where I'm like, dang, I didn't know that. Like Alabama, oh for sure. Like place like Montgomery or something like that. You'd be like, dang, I didn't know they was out in Montgomery like this. You know what I mean? Like, I say something like that. Alabama or Mississippi, there'd be a lot of places like that where you ain't know they was at. Tulsa, not one of them places. Respectfully, respect. Shout out to Tulsa. Shout out my people out there.
I definitely feel like I could see it, and you would know obviously. Well, I definitely feel like Jackson probably was crazy out there.
For sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. Sure. I can imagine for sure.
Mississippi in general, and then like, because it's like, man, see, look, I remember someone asked me, they was like, who got the better looking woman? It's like Mississippi or like Toronto. It was something random like that. They asked me, and I told them like what the differences were between the women out there. But it's like it's like a natural beauty out in Mississippi because with the internet and Instagram, like there's no more regional stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the women in Jackson, Mississippi are starting to dress and present themselves like the baddies in Atlanta, you know, all over the country. You go to the West Coast, you go to a black club in the West Coast, them women dress the same way the women in Atlanta dress. Like, because everything's the same now with Instagram and fit pics that go viral. But it's like a lot of their beauty is just a lot more kind of just like down south in general. You get, I mean, I wouldn't say in general because Atlanta's become like BBL Central and stuff like that, but it's just cornbread fed, you know what I mean? Like natural thickness, like natural, just beautiful, just like, you know what I mean? Shapely bodies, like you say, not to sound too horned out or whatever. But
I get what you're saying. No,
yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's the beauty of the women in Jackson, Mississippi, and Mississippi in general. You know, they just have well proportioned, you know what I mean? Because the diet and stuff like that. And then if you out in a rural area and you on a farm, living on a farm is a workout.
No, facts. Yeah, people be talking about you know, one day I wanna retire and own my own farm. And bro, that's a full-time job, like for real. Yeah. Unless you got the money to pay somebody to, you know, to do, you know what I mean, to do certain stuff. But like that's, you know, nah, that's definitely crazy. But yeah, shout out to the, you know, listen, man, you know, just tie everything back to the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane saga. Saying it like it's like Dragon Ball Z or something like that. Yeah, man. I just listen. Pooh Shiesty is unfortunately, I don't want to speak negativity into existence, but it's kind of just over with. Just realistically, like he's not. Gucci Mane basically just let it be known, like, okay, I'm telling, and I'm not saying telling in a negative way, but shout out to Jeezy the Snowman. Yeah, it just is what it is. Like he's more than likely. I think he's already identified him. He made a song about it. He pretty much said what happened. It's on camera, allegedly. Yeah, so yeah, it's sad, but yeah, he's cooked. The circumstance, like his second felony, like not second felony, but like second. I think it might be a second felony actually. I don't know, man. Yeah, prayers for all parties involved.
Yeah, I want to play this clip, and then after I play this clip, I want to play another clip that I've been wanting to watch. But I wasn't gonna watch it at first, but I feel like it's in the same genre, so I'll pull it up in mid pod or whatever. Here goes the famous clip from Gucci.
I fuck with Michael, we don't do that. We don't snitch on niggas. We stand down for ourselves. Like, if I gotta go, I'm gonna go. I done went before. I don't want to snitch on nigga to save my nobody's life, not even my own. I die if I snitch on nigga. That's on my mama. Cause I fuck with Michael, we don't do that.
That was the clip, like you said. Obviously, another point in time from.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I get what people are saying, like, but yeah, it's like 20 years ago. Like, 20, like, you know how much can change in 20 years, like your perspective on, especially like how many times he's been in jail in the last 20 years. The last time he went, he had to do like the 3 years and everything before that. It's just, I don't know. I'm not about to hold this dude to how he was when he was like 25, 26, when he's about to be 50. You know what I'm saying?
Very valid point. Very well said. Have you ever heard of this Seti Nash dude before this week? I think this week.
I've seen his name like a few times before, like on the internet, but like I be feeling like some of these dudes is
lying.
Created players, like where did y'all, where did y'all come? Like, I don't know, like certain dudes. I be seeing these dudes on just pop up on like my TikTok feed. They do like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's like hip hop gossip, basically. Like they're always
nah. But here be the thing though, for me, I'm gonna tell her like this. I'm so tired of like, cause you got some real ones, right? Like I love Mexico Joe. And shout out Tony Snow, Eskimo, you know what I'm saying, Back to Marietta and stuff like that. His new tape, he has some great songs on there, bro. And at the end of the tape, because it's like the beginning of the tape, it was some turn up stuff. And in the middle of the tape, it was still more turn up. And I was like, dang, bro, like, I hope my boy, you know what I'm saying? Because the comments was like, Tony Snow falling off, Tony Snow falling off. And I was like, he ain't falling off. It's like he wasn't dropping as much as he used to. People used to him dropping 5 tapes a year. And he stopped dropping them tapes every month because he started going to production, making beats, learning how to make beats. He was focusing a lot on writing. He said he became a songwriter and started ghostwriting for other rappers. So, he was doing that. So because of that, he only dropped like 1 album last year. So that's why people think he fallen off, but he realistically just using his time in another way. Anyways, in the middle of it, I was like, dang, is Tony like, is he having a little low moment right now? And at the end, he came back up. I don't know why he buried these songs at the end, but it was like the songs with the best messages. Like, and he like really rapping, and it was less so trap and bouncy and turn up and stuff. And it was more like introspective, kind of sample based, a little more boom bap-ish in his own style. And I really loved him. I really enjoyed it. But in that, it's a lot of talk of with the real genre. I ain't listen to that gossip, man. All they boy gossip on the internet. I'll never do that. Da, 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 da. It's a whole genre of those type of artists and those type of people, right? Somebody got to be watching these folks. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be watching academics. We all can't be complaining about academics gossiping. We can't be complaining about all these blog dudes gossiping. And we just like, oh, I don't get into that. Somebody got to be watching.
Oh yeah, that's how they go viral. I'm not even gonna say it a lot of you. Like, be certain. I've never sat and watched like an academic stream ever, but like, there's definitely, I've seen clips come across my timeline that were funny. Like, he's definitely had some funny clips before. But yeah, no, they got people. I'm not saying they got bots or anything like that, but it's just like, I don't know. Academics, I've actually seen, like, I remember when he was doing the Warren Chirac videos. I've actually seen him like progress over the years. With like certain other guys, it's just like they just come out of nowhere, like doing like the I don't even want to say these people's name, but like, yeah, like guys just come out of nowhere getting certain jobs or places, and then next thing you know, they doing internet gossip videos about, this rapper got robbed, this rapper got extorted, this rapper got slapped, and it's like,
I'll go on the ledge and say this. I'll buy, I'm saying, I'll jump in front of it for you, Jelani. Everybody in No Jumper.
Yeah, I wasn't a
Everybody
fan
in
of
No. I mean, but then at the same time, that's the West Coast. We not from the West Coast, so we don't know nobody out there no way because we from the South.
Yeah, but like some of them is, I don't know. It's just nasty.
Creative players.
It's just nasty. That whole lane right now is just gross to me. Like the whole like, and I'm guilty too because I'll be watching some of them Trap Lord Ross documentaries, but like just that whole lane of hip
Trap,
hop.
I ain't gonna lie. I be watching Trap Lord Ross. Like you said, sometimes I be watching Trap Lord Ross. But I don't feel as bad watching Trap Lord Ross as I do seeing something like this. And that's why I said I didn't want to watch it. And then I was like, but after we was talking about the whole Gucci Mane situation, I was like, he did do a follow-up video and he seemed like he knew the most information about the situation. So I did kind of want to see what he said, like in terms of like what the newest theory of what was going on happened and stuff like that. But I don't know where this dude came from. And it says Atlanta, Georgia. That made me even more look at him like, who are you? Where did you come from?
Yeah, I seen him on the timeline before. Like I forget for what, but yeah, I'm not gonna hate on dude at all. Like I don't know him whatsoever or what he does, but there definitely feels like it's just a bunch of people that just kind of in the most recent years, like just kind of came out of nowhere doing. They call it hip hop media, but it's just you're only covering negativity. Like it's only rappers getting arrested or getting shot or getting jumped or whatever. Speaking of rappers getting shot, not to be funny, but
So we going to SETI? This is why I went to SETI.
yeah, we're gonna bring up fellow Metro Atlanta native Austin. Yeah, I'm not gonna joke about nobody getting shot because I never want.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Oh no, you wasn't.
I just like the song. It's a classic song.
Oh no. I wasn't saying you was joking. I was. Obviously, you wasn't. You was doing that. You was doing the ad libs from Bad and Bougie. Yeah, but I don't. I saw people. A lot of people making fun of it. Like, I just think we sort of sensitized like the idea of somebody getting shot because he survived. Everybody was just like, excuse me. Everybody was getting their jokes off about it. Like that does have to be even with the circumstances of owing somebody money, and that's not cool. But like getting shot in the casino is like a traumatic situation to an extent. Like that's not nobody goes to the casino with the plans of getting shot. It's just wild, bro. Migos is one of the greatest rap groups of all time. So to see at this point where this is where Offset is at. Like he's getting shot in the casino because he owes Lil TJ money. It's like yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just kind of sad to see.
The whole thing to me is sad, bro, because like you said, Migos, they are one of our gifts. They provided us so many memories, and I think if anything, this reminds us to continue to celebrate Travis Porter. Like, yes, let Travis Porter do every 404 day. Let Rich Kids do every 404 day. Let them hop on the albums and the mixtapes that want to celebrate and acknowledge Atlanta nostalgia in the 2010s and the 2000s, the late 2000s. Like, because them jokers, as much as, because you can only imagine how much money they done lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be Travis Porter booking every week, and then it seemed like they were going up and up. Like they were the hottest in Atlanta. They had Atlanta on lock from 08 to 2010. Then all the way turned up, took them to the new level. And then 2011, they had the freaking song with Tyga, which was a mainstream song that's still playing everywhere to this day. So they probably thought in 2011, oh, we just going to keep going up. They probably thought they was going to get to where Migos got. And then Rich Kids, they became the biggest in Atlanta. They obviously didn't become immediately as big as Travis Porter became on a mainstream level. But once, the kids who grew up on Rich Kids grew up, like Playboy Carti grew up and then blew up and then, went back to sample them and show the world what we were listening to in Atlanta as kids. Now Rich Kids is mainstream and pushed to the forefront, Schoolie, and you see the ba 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 become a TikTok song and everything like that last year. Like they're getting their flowers now. I'm saying all this to say, like, it's good to see those guys still healthy. Them jokers ain't getting no huge trouble. For the most part, they all still living, if not all of them still living. all the boys and rich kids still living. Caleb, you know what I mean? Schoolie, Jose Guapo, Shad the God, like they are all Casey the Beat Monster, the producer, they all still living and they all still thriving and stuff like that. That's what I love to see because they could have easily lost, their minds and their life and all that. And kind of they climb, rise to fame and stuff like that. Go ahead, Jelani, before you go next.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, no, I mean, it's you definitely want to see, like you said, like a group that's, I would say Migos is a top, at minimum, top 10 greatest rap group of all time.
10, that's low.
I would say at minimum, like they're probably top 5 to 7 range.
I say, all right. You want to do it right now? I mean, at least like because obviously we can't think of everybody right now, but we could think of the heavy hitters right now. I could pull up a doc, and we could talk about. I was
gonna say, yeah, because I gotta wrap at 11, but we've been doing these top 5 lists, and this is a good opportunity to do a top 5 list right here.
So you got to go Outkast, right? We all agree with that.
Yes, absolutely. Outkast number 1.
Okay, now here comes the arguments and stuff. Okay,
I'm saying Wu-Tang number 2.
Wu-Tang, okay. I think for the sake of hip hop, and then what everybody did individually, Wu-Tang, they low key like the new edition of hip hop.
That's a great comparison right there. I never thought about it like that, but that is, yeah, because everybody from New Edition eventually did like their own thing on like a high level too. Yeah. That's a fact. That's a great
because I saw the reason it came up because I seen New Edition. I saw their show like last week. This is my first time watching a full New Edition show, and that was the first time I realized each member had their own hit. I never knew that. I was like, dang, they all got their own hits. Like I didn't know Ralph. I didn't know the Sensitivity song. I didn't know that was from Ralph. So I was like, oh snap, that's him. You know what I mean? Like Ralph got a hit. Songs all got a hit. Like they all got hits. Like they all have hits. And the most successful song out of the group, ironically, does not come from Bobby Brown or Johnny Gill.
Is Sensitive? Are you talking about Poison?
Poison's the biggest song to come out of New Edition.
Oh yeah, facts. Poison is one of those songs. Obviously, it's an amazing song, but it's one of those songs I've heard so many times. I never need to hear that again.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the biggest song to come out of the group, and it doesn't even have the group's 2 biggest members. That's how big the group is individually. So yeah, Wu-Tang number 2, I can go with that. All right, 3. I think you got to. Me personally, I'm going Migos.
I feel like low key, you got to say like,
Run.
I mean, yeah, you go Migos, Run DMC.
I go Migos over Run DMC, respectfully, and rest in peace to Jam Master Jay.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at you.
We were singing Run DMC the last episode.
You was. Yeah, no, for sure. You can go Migos. You gonna have the old school hip hop heads mad at you, but it depends on if we're going off. It's really just a thing of preference because, like, obviously we wasn't alive in the 80s, like we don't.
That's a fact. But Migos had a run for 10 years.
They did have a run for 10 years. That is a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Bad and Bougie was their biggest song, but that was 2016. They had a whole 3-year run, you know what I'm saying? Of like, oh, stand to the left. Or stand to like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they had a crazy amount of influence. Like I remember when they came out, when dudes was wearing like they couldn't afford real Versace, so they would wear like the faux Versace sweaters. Like
I had a fake Versace shirt, bro. I thought it was real. It came from
it was a thing. You wasn't alone. It was a whole.
It came from what's the little joint that was up on? They used to be on Windy Hill.
It was like In Fashion or
bro. It was like
market.
Not Burlington Coat Factory, bro. But it was by like the no, not Windy Hill, Cobb Parkway. I don't know why I said Windy Hill. Up on Cobb Parkway, right? So you got Cobb Parkway. Say the Big Chicken all the way down here, Roswell Road, everything like that, right? You go keep going, and now you kind of close to the side of the Battery and Cumberland Mall and the Target down there and the Best Buy down there. right before that, like I said Windy Hill because I guess like Windy Hill is right before Windy Hill on the Car Parkway way. And it used to be back here. They changed it. It was a big old department store. It wasn't Burlington Coat Factory, but it was something under that gauge. That's where I used to get my jerseys at too.
What's it called, like Value Village or something like that?
Nah, but it was like it's kind of like that vibe, but it was like a bigger store. You know what I'm saying? It's like as big as Burlington Coat Factory, but it wasn't called Burlington Coat Factory.
I know there used to be a store called Top Fashion over there. Like,
does Value City count? Is Value City?
Value City is what I thought the name of it. Yeah, mine. I said Value Village. Value.
Let me see. I'm looking up Value City right now. They saying furniture. I don't want no furniture store.
No.
GA. So it was a furniture store. Value Village. Nah, it was let me see. Cobb Parkway. Okay. We gotta go. All right, hold on. But anyways, that's where I got the fake Versace at.
Yeah, no, I definitely, it was a thing for sure. It definitely was a thing. It was it was definitely a thing at the time. Yeah, we go run DMC number 4. Number 5. Me personally, it would be a toss up between, for me personally, I'm going UGK, but hold on. If we're talking off Impact, 3 6 Mafia would have to be in there.
3 6 Mafia, because 3 6 Mafia is Migos flow.
I low key would have 3 6 Mafia over Migos, if I'm being for real. For me personally,
because of the flow,
just off like Impact. Like I don't even I feel like the sound of hip hop isn't what it becomes like as far as like trap music without 3 6 Mafia.
Migos got too many hits, bro. They have more hits.
3 6 Mafia.
3 6 Mafia had the biggest hits. Yes, they got the Oscar-winning song "I Gotta Stay Fly," and then the that's the most sampled rap song ever, right? 100% salute. But like Migos got like hits and then hits and then like, you know what I mean?
See, I feel like 3 6 Mafia got bigger hits, but Migos. I'm not. Excuse me. I feel like
Migos, but they don't have more hits though.
I feel like Migos got bigger hits, but
than 3 6.
I do. I feel like Migos got like Bad and Bougie is one of the biggest rap songs ever.
Facts.
Like that song was a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not even counting like Fight Night. That's not even counting Handsome and Wealthy, Hannah Montana, Versace. Obviously, like I don't know. You know, it's a toss up. I just feel like with 3 6 Mafia, the thing is production too. Like, and then you get like Project Pat with it. You know, he technically wasn't a member of 3 6, but he was like associated with them. Yeah, I don't know. It could go either way. It could go either way.
So with this, right? Because here's what I was thinking for number 5. Sherm Life.
I can't put I can't. The run was too short. The run was too short.
Yeah, it was. But boy, when them boys like that first joint, Sherm Life 1, not one miss. And Sherm Life 2 was nearly not as good, but it had their biggest song, ironically.
Yeah, Black Beatles was a great song. What was the first thing off there? Look Alive was I love that song.
Look Alive.
That was a great song.
Be the highlight of my night.
Yeah, that was a great song.
And that's Marietta. I mean, even though them boys from Mississippi, Mike Will Marietta.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Do you know what high school Mike Will went to?
I think he went to Cal, I believe.
Oh, I never knew what high school he went to, and I looked it up before. I couldn't find it online. I know he went to Georgia State.
Yeah, Cal, that's East Cobb too. I forget about Cal. It's a lot of high schools in Cobb.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Sprayberry
high schools. Yeah, Sprayberry. Shout out Big Fo Flage. She about to get drafted. She in New York City right now. She was filming a rap video at the hotel of all the draftees and stuff. I said, boy, she don't stop working, boy.
Yeah, I'll be forgetting about certain schools. Yeah, I wouldn't personally have like if my list, I would probably have either Mobb Deep or UGK next.
So you going? I get it for the rap purists and stuff like that, But Ray Sherman had hits, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like
it's
we
all
can't
preference.
downplay that, bro.
It's definitely a preference thing because like it's all going to depend on, like I said, like what you grew up on or like age you was. Like we the same age, obviously. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely remember being like 19 when the first Ray Sherman album came out. Like that whole album rang off. Like pretty much every song besides one or two got released as a single off there.
Somebody gonna get her. She's dancing like a
Yeah, no flex on.
oh. Nah, hey, I'm keeping Ray Sherman here. Shout out Mobb Deep, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping Ray Sherman here, man. Let's go Mobb Deep right here, and then Tribe. Should we go Tribe here?
See, we bugging. We got
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it's Q-Tip birthday. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Q-Tip.
Ray Sherman, bro, you got them high, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm respecting your ranking because it's for the list. You got them high.
Hey, look, Jelani.
We just typing names now. We just like it ain't the order is over with. Like we not even
Hey,
we ain't got we ain't got UGK on here. Like we,
hey, bro, UGK. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. Let's lock back in, bro. Outkast number 1. That's without a doubt. Everybody agree with that, right? Because they got the hits and they got the impact and they got the longevity.
Right.
Outkast number 1. Wu-Tang, they the most respected. That's New York, birthplace of hip hop. Individual success, movie stars, everything beyond the rap game. Wu-Tang number 2. Wu-Tang. And in 2025, they sold out an arena tour. Like, what are we talking? They still to this day. Okay. Migos number 3. I gotta go Migos just because of how many hits they had, and then they ran it for 10 years. Like that longevity, nothing to sneeze at. A lot of these guys, they legends, but they legends for like 6 years in their era, 5 years in their era. Migos had a whole decade of hits, big hits. You know what I'm saying? So salute. Run DMC just because this is the basics of hip hop. Like Run DMC, like beatboxing, you know what I'm saying? Breakdancing, Kango hats. 10 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to, you know what I'm saying? Rock this way. They did the first rock rap crossover, like what they did. Right. My Adidas, like you have to shout out to Run DMC, bro.
Of course.
3 6 Mafia, like Jelani said, they're just so influential with their sound. Jelani said he even put them up above Migos just because they influenced Migos directly. Like the triplet flow that Migos popularized in the 2010s, that was all from 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah, just you know what? Like just go ahead and just type. You might just have to separate like 2 different lists. Like real quick. But it's gonna be similar to
all right. I'm gonna put hold on.
Wait, hold on, because then we might as well keep it the same because I don't know if you would even have like certain people on yours from this one right here. Like
hold on, let me go. All right, so my list would be I'm gonna go Outkast. But see, if we doing 2 separate lists, I got a different order.
Yeah, go ahead and do your thing. We just do it real quick.
I'm gonna do my order, bro.
All right,
cool. I'm gonna go Migos. I'm gonna go Ray Sherman.
Yeah, because it's all perfect. It ain't no wrong answer.
I'm gonna go Run DMC 3 6. I'm gonna go Wu-Tang 6. Mobb Deep, Tribe, De La Soul, and Fugees. That's my list. I'm gonna go there.
Okay, that's a dope list.
Okay, all right. So here's Jelani's list. Oh, and then well, I guess UGK. I don't know if you put that as 11, but I'll just say UG because you have to mention them, like you said, bro.
Of course, yeah.
Oops, I mean my scenario.
Go read a book, you illiterate. I ain't gonna say the rest, but yeah, no, I'm gonna have Outkast number 1. We're gonna go Wu-Tang number 2.
Wu-Tang.
For historical purposes, not to say that they're my favorite, but just like cultural impact, I'm gonna say Run DMC number 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Tribe number 4.
I don't know why I couldn't spell Tribe Called Quest.
Tell what?
I said I don't know why I couldn't spell Tribe Called Quest. I got tripped up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 3 6 Mafia number 5. Okay, I'm gonna go. Just my personal. I'm gonna go UGK number 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Migos number 7.
Okay.
Last 2. Oh, this is tough. Just we going off personal of what I listen to.
Or you could do 11 if you want to, just to be, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, because I might have. Oh yeah, I gotta go. I'm going Mobb Deep number 8 for sure.
Okay, Mobb Deep.
Yeah, go Mobb Deep. Number 9. I'm gonna pick a wild card that, like, if you know about the group The Far Side from LA.
Oh
Yeah.
You
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Far Side. My dad put me up on them like coming up as a kid.
It was crazy because I seen someone from LA that was like, we didn't give Farside like what they wanted, like I mean what they deserve in terms of their credit, and it was like, and I'm speaking of more than just passing me by, and I was like, bro, like you expect everybody to just know every song?
They had a bunch of his songs though, like they had some like the Drop music video was like an iconic music video. They had some. Obviously I wasn't there in real time to know like how big the songs were, but like they had like a few. They had like relatively like 4 or 5 relative hits for their time.
Jermaine Dupri brought him out for the at Essence Fest for the Quincy Jones tribute.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I guess they sampled Quincy Jones and like passing me by.
Yeah, I feel like it's one I'm gonna end up missing. If we're doing 2 more.
So off top, you already have. I'm trying to think. Oh no, you okay? So someone got to be out if you have Farside because I don't have.
I haven't had. See, the thing about that, I recently, I didn't really start getting into De La Soul music until like the last few years because their music wasn't on streaming for so long.
Yeah.
Like Tribe was always on streaming. So like 2011, 2012, when I'm first starting to go back and like really listen to a lot of 90s rap as a teenager.
Yeah.
It was like right there for me to be able to listen to their album. Like I had Tribe Called Quest album downloaded on my phone as like a teenager in 2012. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then a lot of these other acts, if you know, either I went back and saw them or I lived through it in real time. Yeah, so last 2, I'm gonna say this is tougher than what I thought. Oh, I'm gonna say Goody Mob for sure.
I was about to say, you know who we missing?
Yeah,
Goody Mob.
Yeah, I got
and we from the city. I'm so sorry. Good Sky High.
Yeah, Goody Mob has to be on there.
Scene that I never seen before.
And I'm just thinking about personally, like for me, groups that was impactful. See, you can't count like Odd Future as a group. Like,
no, that's what I was saying. Next week we could do collectives. So yeah, Junior Mafia,
yeah, Rockefeller, all that.
We could do that
for sure. Yeah, the last group, I'll say De La Soul. I still like De La Soul's music enough, like that I would.
De La Soul over Fugees.
Fugees' run was short though. It was only like really one. They had 2 albums, but it was like only run one album that really had any impact, you know.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. Crazy hits on there. Crazy hits.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Lauryn Hill, bro.
My mom definitely still has that CD.
I ain't gonna lie, Jelani. This was a much better idea to like spend the last few minutes going up to 11 as opposed to like Seti Nash talking about how Offset got hit up by Lil TJ allegedly.
Yeah, you know, we gotta end it on a positive note, you know.
And a productive note. Like I felt like this was a real manly conversation.
Facts, it wasn't chatty patty-ish in the words of Dame Dash.
You feel me? Like because sometimes I feel like as much as I stream and stuff like that, I go into like the chatty patty sphere, but I be trying, you know what I'm saying? I be trying to hold on to my dignity. Like, this is not me. Like, I pay bills, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really a real man. Like, I sit down and talk about DeMar DeRozan versus some random other NBA player, like in my free time with my friends. Like, I really be having manly discussions.
Yeah, I look feel like if you podcast, and it's almost unavoidable to a certain extent. At some point, you're gonna have a chatty patty-ish conversation, but you try to just keep it to a minimum. You don't want to be, like I said, we don't want to be.
Great way to put it. And then I feel like if you do something negative, you got to do something positive.
Yeah. You definitely want to do. We like we said, we try to like, even I don't know any of these people, like, but I definitely try to just keep it at least somewhat respectful. Like, in certain situations where we got to cover certain stuff. I don't want to make it like personal, because one day I do think that we are going to blow up, and I don't want to. I don't want to have none of our old clips resurface 5 years from now. People being like, "Yo, remember when you talked about this person?" And then we end up meeting them.
The city is small, man.
Yeah, facts.
The city is small, and smaller than I even knew. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the dang population again. Where is that? Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, city is smaller than I even knew it was. I thought it was like at least 2 million in the city of Atlanta, but it's only 500,000. I didn't even know that. So, you run into everybody eventually, and you're saying before, we gonna blow up eventually and stuff like that. It's some big people watching us right now. Like, so, like I've always had this theory that that Tyler was subscribed to my channel because like I would be like interviewing artists in Atlanta, and then he would co-sign them afterwards. Like Veda, I interviewed her, and he started liking her stuff on Instagram. And this was right after I did the video of Tyler doing the pop-up in Atlanta, and that's like one of my best performing videos on my channel. And so I'm pretty sure he's seen that before, because he talks all the time about watching YouTube videos and like watching people's songs with 15 plays, and like he says this person has no idea that I'm watching this right now. And so he said, you just never know who's watching. And then J. Cole came out and he said he has no social media. The only social media thing he uses is YouTube. He just be on YouTube all day. And so I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? I say all this just to say, like, even at the low numbers, I know it's big people watching.
Facts. I definitely, you never know. Like, people, it's been times when, obviously I'm not a celebrity, but it's been times myself when I've listened to a song with like 30 something plays on it and vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I could see. We know like Jay-Z has a burner account. We know like certain big name celebrities have burner accounts for sure.
Yeah. Well, what really tells on them is when they release new music, because like they be doing the references, and it's like, how do you know who Charleston White is?
Yeah, he did. J. Cole did. Yeah, he did say he had a Charleston White bar. That'll let you know. Like, Jay-Z's good for that. Jay-Z won't speak on nothing, but like you listen to a Jay-Z song, everything that's happening, he'll let you know.
It was another one. It was another joint I wanted to bring up too. What was it? I was watching the dang AD interview with Draymond Green, right? Anthony Davis, and so he's talking about he was talking about when he got traded for Luka. You know who the first player said who called him was after Sean tweeted it?
Cool.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid was the first. Oh, that's crazy. It wasn't.
And Joel Embiid, he don't be tweeting no more.
Oh yeah. So,
Joel Embiid still on Twitter heavy, bro. That's what that confirmed to me. Like, people might not pick it up like that, but I'm like, I read in between the lines. Joel Embiid be on Twitter, bro. Still.
I do the same thing. I barely tweet now, but I'll be on Twitter all the time. Like,
yeah. Because remember, Joel Embiid used to be Twitter.
Yeah.
And then it was like he stopped tweeting, and like when people stop tweeting, they be making it seem like they too good for Twitter. With that, nah, he be on Twitter, bro.
Oh yeah. No, folks definitely be on the low, like trying to hide it. But yeah, the celebrities be on there for sure.
Playboy Cardi checking out the timeline.
Oh yeah. They see everything. They gotta act mysterious for the marketing purposes.
Well, all right, man. Let's close it down. Pretty good 2-hour pod, man. Without Mo, like we held it down, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. No, we did our thing. Shout out to our guy once again. He'll be back next episode. with his vacation recap. But yeah, you can follow the podcast on Instagram at the 1 a.m. podcast, and then on TikTok at the 1 a.m. pod POD. Follow me. I mean, I don't really be on Twitter like that, but like _ Jelani. Oh, follow me on Follow me on X at _ Jelani, 2 underscores at the end. And yeah.
Nah, for sure. And as always, man, y'all make sure y'all sub to the 1 a.m. page on YouTube. We had seven views on the last joint. So I mean, salute to them 7 views on the Ragers episode. You know, I think it was a cool photo and stuff like that, the thumbnail. So shout out. We making a little move, you know what I'm saying? We making some moves, man. Let's get to 20 subs on that page. We're gonna see what happens. On this page, I'm 30 subs away from 8,000. So I'm gonna try to get 30 subs this weekend. I'm just letting y'all know I'm gonna try to get 30 subs this weekend. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, y'all just keep following along. Mo will be back next week, full crew back in effect. But Jelani, I appreciate you holding it down this week. And until next time, man, y'all be easy. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Throw your motherfucking hands.
Get 'em high.